So much credit to the supports, you know, going for those dives onto the Renekton in the last one. Malphite's a lot harder to dive, but Malphite is also proxying right now for the level 6, and now your odds went up, Kangas.
I mean, Contracts is on the bottom half. I don't expect us to go for an all-in on the Gnar.
Okay.
That seems kind of aggressive, but let's see if he does anything else.
Well, the rewards of going for proxy are that you get the minion wave a lot earlier, so then you get to make moves like this, where the top laner's in the enemy jungle, you can leave behind vision, you can go harass the enemy mid lane or the enemy jungle if they're on that side. You kind of buy yourself these like 30-second windows at a time.
I'm a little late again. I apologize. These league matches are kind of like throwing me off.
Not going to amount to anything, but it was a window.
It was a window, and he went on a nice nature walk.
He saw a lot of the Rift. You know, sometimes I like to play those mini games with pros, like where you zoom in, you're like, where is this on the Rift? Fudge is doing his homework for that. Yeah, exactly. But again, even in all seriousness, there was a chance if anybody was out of position, you can find it as now top lane. Talking about out of position, B-Boy gets knocked up, Seos covering him and takes some damage himself.
And the thing to note, it was the positioning, because it was... Wait a second.
Oh, actually, aggressive play here onto Contract. Still has the flash available, but River has the level advantage. Only 5 for Contract, 6 for River. Contracts going down. First blood to 100 Thieves.
Quid and
That's
River.
Huge.
No hesitation there.
Has the seismic shove. River does not quite have the levels in the queue to fully lifesteal up, but he does get a big chunk back, and Quid will cover the retreat.
Yeah, look at that nice healing on the stacked up Conqueror there. But Quid with the huge play. Zin's out. I always feel like this champion has so many positions where it can get picked off in the early game. And that one isolated there, really heads up play from Quid to just go for it with the Azir sweep onto him. And instant follow from River over the top with the Nefiri ultimate. Benefits of getting these grubs early, man. The extra experience really goes a long way. Level 6 is just so critical, and 100 Thieves, no hesitation, perfect timing for them. Full grub pack plus the first blood.
And no dragon trade on the other side. Contracts on spawn has to go up to the top camps, as Oz had spawned for himself. So there's theoretically going to be more action here on the map. 100 Thieves can go for a reset, spend their gold, get back on the map, and head down towards that bottom objective.
All right, one extra melee goes down first before the reset here, but we're going to have the answer, of course. Now B-Boy and Seos get their recall off. They're going to walk through as well as it pushes back off the crash. And we are going to have a more kind of standard opening for the bottom side jungle fight. I mean, Seos is actually coming out through mid lane, but then again, we're going to get the link up. Supports into the river right now. You see Ayla going there first too, try and get the vision down here around the Drake. The surprise factor is huge.
There's no one behind 100 Thieves, though, so Ayla was alone there. We see Shopify Rebellion kind of grouped up. They have their support hovering mid to help get prio there, as Contracts will clear these final camps on the bottom side. And then they'll have their window to actually make a move.
This time we actually get the grubs. The last couple times we have not gotten the grubs.
So you can see River's already going for his top camps. So he wants to cycle his regular camps.
My guess is that's because we got that early pick.
Dragon.
We're able to get ourselves the grubs pretty easily.
And we'll see if that continues to be the game plan. But game plan for Fudge, guess what? Malphite, stack armor.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like the Rebels are actually going to pounce on the opportunity. Contracts went for his own reset and is heading back towards the top half of the map from base here. So that dragon will not be touched. I think the 100 Thieves are given a window saying, we just want to prioritize that.
The upside with League is it tends to take a little bit to kind of get going.
Multiple people topside. They even had Quid like half hovering.
We really only missed the grubs.
Quid is now back to mid lane pushing, but
I mean, River here.
That we didn't really miss. We were actually live already for that.
Trying to get to safety, knocked up, taken down. Fudge on the board.
Telling you, the counter pick Malphite. The bonus is you got Malphite later then, baby, and that's what you get. The Nefiri W is down, so Fudge fires away. River down. That is revenge for Contracts.
Let me throw that.
He got swept by the enemy solo laner, so then his solo laner hits him with the big Malphite.
And it seemed confusing when you looked at the dragon, but it makes sense now. Contracts read that River was going for the dive. They read that 100 Thieves were trying to make the play top side instead of at the dragon. That's something Contracts has historically been very good at. When he's playing on all cylinders, he can read an enemy jungler like a book, and I think that's an example of that happening. Fudge picking up the kill now, gets the entire wave in. He's going to go for a reset now. Let's see if he's close to an item completed as, 1v1 down here. Sniper versus Palafox. Flash is available for the Taliyah. Might just have to use it here. Sniper with the auto. Wallop misses the boulder toss. Palafox barely gets out of there.
Yeah, Palafox wanted to seismic shove him back towards like tower aggro, but then Sniper is just in his face and almost solos.
Ooh, we have a teleport coming in here from Quid. The flanking Azir. Malphite's there as well, but does not have the ultimate available. Now here comes Quid. Big shuffle play onto 3 members. Sayo trying to buy space, but B-Boy's already down. Contracts trying to fight for his life right now. And Palafox does take out Sniper. Sniper's a sacrificial lamb as the dragon goes over to River. 100 Thieves pick up the objective.
We did get the Drake, though.
No ultimate. Flash out of the pit.
That's nice.
Shopify Rebellion not getting a lot done for that play.
They get 2 kills, but they lose the dragon. So Shopify do get the extra kill since Palafox was able to come back, and Sniper had just used his flash, and Palafox used the Taliyah ultimate to get there.
I mean, I feel like I take 2 deaths for the dragon there, especially knowing that we got a pick as well.
Look at how it started. Fudge was able to get River's W and then plop the blast cone on this side, so River uses ult to get in. Sniper used his flash and his hop to get away from the initial engage from 100 Thieves.
Sniper, I feel like, was so close to getting away.
Himself and actually get the kill chasing him down upon returning with that Taliyah ultimate. So yeah, +1 on the kills, but the objective did go over to River since he stayed in the pit, and Contracts went on that little chase around the other side.
And now 1 neutral objective away for 100 Thieves to pick up that race towards the feats of strength. See if they're able to get there. They've already lost the feats of warfare. That's picked up by Shopify Rebellion, so it'll come down to the turret race and again that neutral objective race.
Okay. Malphite ultimate is up and ready.
Yeah,
we're locked and loaded.
Long cooldown early, but the more items you get, the more points you put into that, the more
they'll get a couple grubs here as well.
Very impactful.
Yeah, and it really is because he's going Iceborne Rush, so you get some cooldown reduction off your Sheen and some extra burst damage with it. So get more of them, plus they hit harder. Meanwhile, right now though, Malphite walked over. You see the mini map. Fudge is now walking back to bottom lane. Sniper just annihilated another minion wave out there.
Yeah, River just needs to smite the... Oh, he doesn't get it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Shopify do get the, grubs here.
Hello, Gold.
Do they get out?
Okay, engage in
Good
from
to see
Ayla. Sayo is very tanky on that Leona, one of the benefits of the champion. Hard to pick.
So, Sniper on the Trinity Force, really some extra time with the split push down there. See if that is meaningful as well. He has consistently been split pushing all weekend long with the Jace. And found some success, and now that he does have Trinity Force on Gnar.
How are we all doing today, chat? How's everybody doing today on this
doesn't really
Monday
care that
afternoon?
Much, even without the Iceborne completed. Has a decent amount of armor and sustain already with him, with his refillable and his biscuits, and it does just fine.
I mean, you mentioned Sniper in the side lane. He picked up a player of the game even yesterday. A lot of conversation around if he could have gotten it from game 1 of the weekend. He's had a great week 3 so far of the best of 1 stage.
You were looking at the potential groups, and if we lost it, it wouldn't be the worst result.
Over the year.
Who would we?
And he's going to get this push in. Yeah, Fudge goes
who
for the
would we be partnered with, like in the group? If we lost or if we won.
Has Sayo's hovering nearby. 2 minutes still Dragon, 2 minutes still Herald. So not a lot to fight over.
Is this the last match before groupings?
Pushing these waves in and getting the lane assignments that we want. Quid even gets that top lane all the way shoved
in. Like, are we going to start getting into more important League of Legends here?
He's deciding where he wants to go.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, I mean it's so.
We're gonna have so many
look forward to the team
big matches.
Because,
I feel like coming up.
It does feel like
we got
a lot of
COD having Major 3,
is going to have
and then
a very difficult
Major
time
4 won't be too far afterwards.
That you presumably is going to be going straight for
got
him.
League kind of getting underway, and then Val is about to have their tournament as well.
They don't have to. Save it for that.
We're gonna have a lot of important 100 Thieves esports coming up.
Anytime you have Taliyah and stuff like a Malphite or Leona, those picks can be very, very quick. And right now, they are looking towards getting some bot lane pressure.
Definitely gonna try and be locked into
one RPI
all
we've seen
of them.
so far. To your point that you were just making there. It did get canceled, but by contracts, not the one that we necessarily expected. So he's 0 for 1 of full
League will
ultimates.
still take a lot of learning when it comes to like the format and all that stuff as well.
To pull off against a composition that Shopify Rebellion have drafted. Now we have 45 seconds for the Dragon, around the same for the Herald. So this is the point where I like to start to highlight who's got better setup. So far, Shopify Rebellion, they got a lot of wards in that bottom river.
They certainly do. And Fudge actually getting whittled down here by the Gnasher's Tooth from Azir.
Not the lane matchup.
If we win, we'll be in a group with Fly, Dignitas, and Shopify. If we lose, we'll be in the group with C9, Lion, and DSG.
Fudge with the dancing shoes, but he's got his juggler nearby. He gets bounced on and said Contract's in some trouble. Quid shuffled back. Palafox has joined and misses the volley, but lands the last one. Shut down to Palafox. Shopify Rebellion pounced on the play.
Yeah, they make a little trap there around Fudge, who starts it all up with the mouth fight.
How did Quid?
Thieves are the ones still getting an extra lane of play, though, with Sniper down here and him having teleport, but they do get their kill onto Quid, and they get the flash from the Azir, too.
Well, let's get this Herald,
was, like, they continue to reduce the possible threat on B-Boy. B-Boy really looks like he's going to be able to play this game freely. 100 Thieves, though, they're starting up this Rift Herald, and they've got their teleport on Sniper.
Surprising that they're able to do this.
Let's get Herald real quick.
Down.
I mean, there's no Malphite ultimate, so, like, even if he also matched teleports, it would be a big advantage for 100 Thieves, because Sniper has everything, flash, teleport, Gnar ready, so that's why, you know, they're kind of seeding this one over at the moment.
We had
just go for the
first Drake,
because you just used a lot of your resources in the fight trying to get Quid, so just go for the trade instead.
Herald.
Grab the dragon yourself.
That's feats of strength picked up because that's 3 initial objectives plus the first
they're going to take the next dragon,
another turret now, so even though it looked nice from Shopify Rebellion to start things off there, in the extended play, I think 100 Thieves are feeling very happy here, Kobe. I mean, Quid's still getting gold in him. Yes, he doesn't have the flash, so we're going to have to watch out for that later. But as we had a replay, Shopify Rebellion overall only get the kill.
Let's take a look here. Goes for the ult on the Azir plus the minion wave. Back steps as soon as he knows he's going to get out of CC. Then Contracts was running straight from the river. This is where it got messy, right?
So Quid was really weak.
Quid has to use his ultimate early on, flashed over the wall.
Trying to get out.
And Palafox didn't quite have the angle on the
it was kind of blocked off, it looks like.
But does get the kill there at the end, so they find their secure. The whole time, though, you saw the mini-map. Was Sniper wailing on that bottom side tower.
Trinity Force Gnar.
It's definitely a point that is brought up a lot with Shopify, is that they do commit to side lane plays a lot. And actually, in this case, it was 100 Thieves that
I think the one thing that's like a little concerning maybe
Sniper was able to get bot side. Plus, eventually,
if I'm not mistaken, Quid after last match said that their scrims were not looking very good.
Azir is going to be meaningful.
I want to see if anybody actually commits to this play right now. Not a lot.
Said their scrims leading up to this were not looking good.
So teleporting Fudge in,
but they won their last match, so you know maybe they were doing just enough.
We got a bit of an ARAM going on here, the El Clasico.
But hopefully that gives them a little bit more momentum
they disengage
for
the
this.
Fight, and they send Sniper bottom.
Yeah,
he has teleport advantage now. He can freely split push. And
we've never been good at scrims.
1-3-1.
That's just like a Thieves historic thing for League.
To use a Malphite ultimate, a Leona ultimate on you, and force these fights. You spread into your 1-3-1, use your teleport advantage, and gain some resources that way.
Front to back is much harder to pull off. Hard engaging, much harder to pull off if you're not engaging into the actual team fights. Quid
so I guess it doesn't really mean much.
He's just fine. Contracts actually might chase him down.
Or at least it sounds like it doesn't mean much.
But not going to commit. Now the Herald in the mid lane.
Herald's
this
out.
could break open the map for 100 Thieves. As again, they've just done a great job of rotating around the map. And the Weaver's wall is going to land in time. Oh, it does not. But now the engage comes in from Seos. Re-engage from Ayla. And that's the bullet time. Again, canceled this time by FBI. He saw Fudge there. Said, nope. Not going to give that opportunity. 100 Thieves.
He did get a ton of damage on that tower there.
Got locked up there as the Rift Herald crashed and rode the wall through. So Palafox had to flash out of that engage from Ayla. Of course, it was a recon flash as well to kind of force it there. So some resources expended on both sides, and Palafox keeps his bounty alive.
Happy about that one. 2-0 and 0. Not in the death count. And has 2 items completed as well. That's the Ceres plus the Leandri. So this Talia, bit of a spike here. Quid from that earlier death and missing some of the waves. Slightly more behind.
League scrims are just a lot of team fights.
Pricier one, I suppose.
I mean, isn't that kind of important?
Darkseal picked up too. So
I feel like our team fights aren't always the best.
But Otacon has now spawned. It is voracious, no surprise. Only 6 kills and a slower game than may be expected here, Kobe. When I was looking at these two rosters, these two teams, how they play, both of them had a couple of
they're not taking on the Otacon quite yet.
Split, but we got a bit of a
They're leaving it alone,
What's the
it
opposite
appears.
of a barn burner? A barn builder?
Yeah, I mean, they at least they still have been going for plays, just not quite as scrappy, I guess.
Sure.
As you're looking for.
Maybe that's results-based analysis on my end.
Well,
There's not a lot of kills.
The opposite of the barn burner is the barn builder.
Yep, there we go.
So we've got Bob the Builder game.
We're building some barns here.
Regardless,
Shopify versus 100.
regardless, Shopify still are able to get a little bit of a victory there because the top
I mean, this
side
is pretty
needed an
damn
extra wave
even
pushed
outside
in.
of
So
the
they were able to send all the extra
kills.
resources to finish off the objective.
They obviously
of the,
have 2 more
bottom
kills.
side turret and get their
We have
first
1 more
kill
turret.
of the game to get
But I
that,
think they're
you know,
really
gold
close to
swing
taking
back
out
a little
another
bit
turret
in
as
their
well.
favor, and then Fox still goes up top, catches that wave. That's pushed all the way into secondary.
It's pretty much dead even, but once this mid turret falls for 100 Thieves, it's a matter of if, basically. I mean, it's so low, just 1 or 2 autos from FBI or Quid should take it out, especially Sniper with that Trinity Force. Any member could claim that one. That opens up the map for more potential rotational plays from 100 Thieves. And right now, that play is going to be around the Dragon. 30 seconds till it spawns here. Yet again, Shopify, they keep doing this, Kobe. They keep getting
So
the wards down
are they
early,
going to
getting the setup early,
prioritize
but then
attacking
we don't
the
see
Dragon
that many,
before
like, proper fights? We've had the one so
going
far,
to the
some of the other
Otacon?
times it feels like Dragon is just kind of
They're just going to let the Otacon sit and
elsewhere on the map.
maybe have a fight
I mean,
around the Dragon and then
for them since they've got
go
Malfox
to the
teleport on top
Otacon after
side,
that?
as long as Fudge gets here in time, because Fudge just reset. They have to be careful. Fudge went to go get his Sunfire completed.
Yeah, Sniper also just reset. Has the Black Cleaver completed now, so FBI is going to be doing a little more shred. Same with River, too. Nice for both of those champions. As they're pushing the wave in yet again, 100 Thieves currently
just backed
control the
up, but it
point.
looked like it was going to be a big
from
fight.
Shopify Rebellion cannot be understated. Watch for Fudge. Watch for Seos. If either of these get onto Quid, get
It's
onto
looking like
even
we
River, you can
might
look
go
to,
here in a
blow up the
minute,
enemy
though.
champions very quickly.
So FBI just went for a recall. He was on a control ward, so Shopify didn't see, but they're going to force the issue anyway.
Yeah.
And Misfortune is running here.
River might have to look for the 50-50 steal. FBI now makes it in. The strut passive, very fast movement speed, and now Sniper on a flank. Turret goes down. Shopify Rebellion do get the Dragon. Can they get out now? Ayla could look for his own engage.
They got the Dragon.
And not much going to happen here. Contracts actually goes in instead onto River. Dodges with Call of the Pack. A Sniper still on the flank. Getting that Rage Bar up. Knocked away by the Blast Cone. Fudge has the ultimate, has the flash. They're out of there. Shopify Rebellion. They hit the Dragon, and they get out.
Interesting because Otacon is also on the side of the map, though. So while you get out, getting out gets you away from a bigger objective.
And that was
I wonder if that was kind of the plan to trade off.
Even
you guys can take the Dragon. We'll get the Otacon.
So Shopify Rebellion are going to have to try and find a way in here. Down ultimates in the cooldown. Otacon started. Now Seos goes in. That's a bullet time over the top. It's Ayla out of there. Now Fudge with a re-engage. FBI did not get a lot done with that one.
He got picked
the
again.
bot lane dies for 100 Thieves. Shopify Rebellion can now fight their way through Quid, but he is holding the line.
Oh.
Quid!
That's a big pick.
1v3, 1v4 even gets his own kill. Fudge goes down 2. It's a 2-for-2 trade.
Yeah, and the rest of the Shopify members are so low.
I feel like that could have gone a lot
can't
worse.
Continue the scrap.
That could have gone a lot
but the
worse.
rest of the team had eaten. Ooh, kind of close. The rest of the team had eaten so much damage from the Misfortune ultimate when they were killing Ayla that they could not follow it up. And yeah, Quid just holds the line.
Yeah,
I thought they were about to steal the Otacon too. That would have been.
I have my shuffle.
I feel like that would have
you
been
cannot
brutal
get
if
past
that
easier.
happened.
But we did see that Malphite work.
It did?
That would have been a brutal turnaround. I feel like.
The team though was too low to follow up and make it in past. So they do get their pick on Ayla. It's like CC chain into seismic shove here. Is going to be able to.
I'm not sure what really happened.
Beautiful. Yeah, a lot of damage.
Ayla was just kind of like trapped up there.
So 2 of the Shopify members very, very low, and then Fudge goes in, ballistic missile.
And then FBI just got rocked.
In even further. Palfox contracts Seos and B-Boy all just get kind of cut off there.
I honestly didn't even realize we got 2 right there.
I guess.
Huh?
You know what?
Yes,
I think
Flash.
80 carries around the world agree with that sentiment, FBI. I didn't know. I was unaware.
Just need that Iceborne Gauntlet, a little bit extra damage right on top. And
We got Baron in
but
5
the rest
seconds
of the team
here.
held off by Quid. The Azir doing so much work.
Now River again called the pack, getting him to safety. Very powerful ability on the Neferi, and Shopify Rebellion can't actually get the kill.
In the end, though, Shopify. Wait a second.
Oh, we're starting.
Joby, we're just starting Baron.
We're starting the
Shopify
Baron
Rebellion,
right
they don't
away.
actually sniff this out yet. Contracts is still hovering around the area. No wards down, but They think something's up. Seos will spot it. Drops a control ward over the wall. Fudge has the ultimate available, so 100 Thieves need to play very respectfully. Sniper is not there and actually just went Mega in the mini-map you see on the side.
This could get pretty interesting here, I feel like.
Shopify Rebellion realized no Mega Gnar. This is our time to go. Seos with the engage onto Ayla, taking a lot of damage himself, and now Fudge goes in. Flash from Quid, repositions on the Azir. Bullet time over the top again. Shuffle back contracts. Shopify Rebellion's front line's taking a lot of damage. Sniper going further in.
Quid gets one. Sniper's weak though.
And we're all blessed to watch it. What a wall from Sniper. Gets the stun with Ross coming through. Shopify Rebellion are still surviving though. And B-Boy with the snipe. Everyone from 100 Thieves falls.
Well,
they lose the Otacon.
That doesn't seem
Shopify
good.
Rebellion, they're still alive.
They go for the fight and they wipe off the
That doesn't
revivals
seem
from
good.
100 Thieves. Here's another look at the timing on it. So, as you say,
we didn't
they
even get
start
the Baron.
teleport early. Palafox is coming in already.
We didn't even get the Baron,
Gnar
did we?
channel starts now, so Seos starts the fight.
Nope.
They got both carries from 100 Thieves right
Oh,
next to each other with the
no,
Leona
that is
ult.
not
and
good.
Fudge goes in to follow it up, getting one of the flashes
We
back.
just lost
that opens
all
up enough
our-
room. They barely scrapped.
our
With
extra
all that
lives.
damage that Quid was putting out
back
there
to
back
live
on
though.
Baron.
Okay, we're back on Baron. No Malphite ultimate. He's not even nearby, so it looks like
Wait,
it's
but
just
now
going
we're
to go
just
over
back.
to the Thieves. Secured by River. Shopify Rebellion
Okay,
had
so
no
we
jungler,
did get
no
Baron.
top laner. And 100 Thieves with the Otacon recall were able to get back on the map faster. They pick up Baron.
That is the bonus. There's always the timing windows of these withdrawals, these revivals.
Okay, so maybe it's not as bad as I
It feels
thought.
like Shopify Rebellion won that fight, but because of how the Otacon went earlier, it's actually 100 Thieves.
Yeah, that definitely seemed worse than what it
We'll
is.
have the tempo play.
That's it. That's why you go to start Baron always
Yep.
when you have the Otacon revival, because it turns it into a bit of a win-win situation for you, and they're able to utilize.
I definitely
it
thought
very
things
effectively now
were worse than
with
what
the Baron buff. They actually
what it
call
turned out
Sniper
to be.
on over, so they're going to group. He doesn't have his teleport, so nobody on 100 Thieves has the ability to kind of really split away, since Leona Malphite can usually just force on you.
And at this point, it's really tough for Shopify Rebellion to fight for the dragon. No flashes on a single member. Fudge is coming up here shortly, but 100 Thieves currently just have an advantage if it comes to the team fight, unless Fudge gets a really big engage, and he is actually positioning for it. In comes Contracts. Shopify Rebellion, it looks like
Looking
now
like we
they're on
should
the
be
same
able to take
page.
this dragon.
They couldn't tell if they wanted to go in or out, and 100 Thieves will get the dragon. And Shopify Rebellion don't get much done on the map to counter it.
Yeah, they're just kind of staring them down there, unsure if they're going to have an opening to actually go in for the fight, and they do not. 100 Thieves. See about the 1-3.
Yeah,
1-4
we're
at the moment. To push
we're
on in
slightly
with
in the
Baron, but
lead
Shopify just
here.
camping.
And 100 Thieves are actually trying to siege this bottom side right now. Shopify Rebellion are maybe looking for somebody out of position, but the Thieves are not giving them that opportunity, as they will push that wave in, start hitting the turret, and mid lane also very low here. So they're about to take potentially 2 with this Red Bull Baron power play.
Yeah, hard to take down these buffed up siege minions, and Sniper gets his in mid lane, continues on up. The rest
Okay,
of them
another
slowly
turret down.
whittling away at the bottom side.
This is around that same time, the Shopify Rebellion, they start to, question what they want to do. Do we want to contest Dragon or not? Do we want to engage bot turret or not? We give mid turret now. Sniper might have the flank here and engage under turret for 100 Thieves. They are taking a lot of damage. River binds space, but it's actually Sniper that goes down. 1 for 2 trades so far. 100 Thieves trading up. They got both bot laners of Shopify Rebellion and only lose their top laner.
The
We'll take
focus
that.
there they
Going
had
1 for
onto
2
B-Boy.
there, getting the
Ayla
turret.
and FBI started out with the Rakan and Misfortune combo to get the decent chunk of damage with their ultis, and then River just flashes in for the point blank on the ultimate right in B-Boy's face.
Still have a little bit of time before the 2 players from Shopify
so here's another look at it. They're looking
come
at
back
B-Boy
as
right
well.
now. Then Ayla and FBI are going to make the call. Even though Sniper is going mini right now, they get the full combo here through barrier for B-Boy, so they get him to have help. And then River W's through the team and flashes to point blank, then ultimate B-Boy, and gets his Q pass through there as well.
Yeah.
Although meanwhile, Quid here on the Azir just pumping away.
Snipes.
I was looking at their play
Beautiful.
onto Ezreal, but Sniper.
I didn't even realize Shopify only has
He's like,
1
doesn't
turret.
need to say words. Just take a sip.
We're up 5K.
He just
He
went mini.
knows. They know. We know. It's okay. Yeah, that was an unfortunate timing. If he's Mega right there, much different play. Maybe 100 Thieves can even take that inhibitor down, but as it is, it's still a lead for the Thieves. 5,000 up as we're starting to set up control over this top river for Shopify Rebellion. They got to fight up a hill here to come back in this one.
Yeah, he had to check him.
Yeah, I mean, and Sniper himself right back out to split pushing, level 16 on the Gnar with his 3 items. So 100 Thieves once again retake control of the map, push it out afterwards. And Shopify, I mean, they did finish the death cap onto Palafox, so you do have a lot of burst potential behind one of these picks. But you have to get one of these meaningful picks and like CC full combo somebody.
Yeah.
You do have some burst potential here. We'll see.
We haven't seen that big full wombo combo pulled off for Shopify Rebellion, and that goes back to your point earlier, Kobe. 100 Thieves aren't really giving them that opportunity. They're playing around the map. They're dragging Shopify around and just tussling with them in a way that is not satisfying for Shopify to like
a
full
little
commit.
over a minute for
or if they full commit mid, they're losing
that
bot
Baron
turret.
again,
like,
and
it doesn't feel like there's an ideal situation for Shopify Rebellion based on how 100 Thieves are playing the map.
Also, credit where credit is due. FBI has got off some good ults. Quid under attack.
Okay, this could be the pick for Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah,
right
I think
as
Quid
you're
is
saying
dead here.
Shopify find it. Quid will eventually go down. 100 Thieves are pushing mid and bot for this, but Shopify Rebellion, that is something on the board for them.
Yep, they full send on a side lane because they don't want to, well, they're still going to lose a lot. They're going to lose the open door in mid. Sniper's about to get right.
I mean,
they're teleporting in to try and trap them.
Oh, okay. Is this the entire move for Shopify Rebellion? This could be the game-determining play. Fudge is in there. He has the ultimate available. If he can lock down River, lock down Ayla, maybe get onto FBI here, and the rest of Shopify follow up, it could mean good news for the Rebels. Right now, it's just Ayla trying to play bodyguard for the rest of the team. Shopify Rebellion can't get everybody in there. They are losing their waves. This has to work. They engage onto Ayla. Can't even kill the Rakan.
So
100 Thieves get out of there. Sniper now engaged. Though. He's about to hit Mega. Pulled back bullet time. Everyone's got to scatter from the Rebels.
Damn, Sniper just got
Sniper.
Like obliterated. I feel like he had full health and then just
there. They get it
was
on the
down to
re-engage.
nothing.
Seos sets up Palafox. And the death cap damage is enough. They full burst Sniper before he can transform. They get their kill, and the base is open. I mean, and the base is actually losing the inhibitor to minions too.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tough. You get the kill, but you had no pressure mid or bot.
But you kind of need to open up, windows like this, because now there's another death
so we took out one inhibitor.
Sniper, so
at least.
Even though Sniper has teleport, maybe Shopify can do something here.
Oh, this is
20
spotted.
seconds.
They have a ward on the Baron, so they know that River's there. Shopify Rebellion can now try and make a pincer move onto him. Fudge has his ultimate again, level 16. That thing's very short cooldown at this point.
Sniper has teleport, so yeah, their timer's running out. Sniper's back up in 5 seconds.
Okay, and they didn't even burn like big summoner spells. Ayla's flash is about to come up. FBI has summoner spells. Quid has summoner spells. And 100 Thieves, they're
going
right back on the
Baron
Baron.
Here.
They know they have the gold lead. They feel like they can take this fight. Let's see if Shopify Rebellion can do anything here.
It's like Palafox was looking for an ult towards Misfortune, but FBI is going to take the safe route over anyway. Now Ayla deep in enemy territory. You see the Rakan positioning behind Shopify.
Ooh, he is deep in enemy territory. The Thief is spotted, and Ayla gets out of there. Not going to commit for the Baron, as now the Rebels are trying to control this mid side. They lose the inhibitor. It's super minions pushing in, but as long as they keep people here, they still can, prevent that from being a win condition for the Thieves. It's going to come down to these objective fights, and I still think that if the Rebels find the right fight,
it's kind of crazy that they still only have one turret.
If they can just lock people down and get that damage in.
Yeah, they have a harder time, handling all the side lanes here and split pushing, and so. Well, actually, they do check the dragon at least. It was about to be River kind of jumping in there. River was thinking maybe I can sneak this dragon, jump over the back, but Shopify wielding the Malphite and the Leona. They come over, they push them off, they start up themselves. Thieves go back to the Baron side.
Yeah, they just want this Baron. This is when they're called the entire time, and now the Rebels have to answer again. They're off the dragon.
Interesting here. This
nobody's looking at
seems like it could be another big fight.
Mid, and now these objectives. Engage comes in from Seos, does not land the stun onto Quid. So the flare's down. Fudge has got to be the hero for the Rebels. Contracts in the pit. It could come to a 50-50. If the Rebels don't have their engage. Now Contract stunned into the wall.
Okay, nice. We get Baron again.
Engage from Ayla. Fudge goes solo onto Quid, who's able to get out of there just fine. Double flash response. He's into the stasis. The Thieves are running the fight. Get the Baron, get the fight afterwards. The Thieves are looking to close this one out. 12-9 on the scoreboard. Battlefox in full retreat mode. No flash available. River continues the chase. Quid looks for the ace right there.
I was going to say, this looks like it might be over.
Done it. Finishing their final game of the positioning phase.
Great force there from the Thieves.
Played well. B. Easy. Wait, you're so useless, man. This champ easier.
Damn.
It's pretty good, Reed.
Dude, this is the thing with League. Like,
there you have it, Cody.
it'll be
The
like
Thieves
slow,
clean it up.
and then all of a sudden it's like game's over.
We built the bar, notably
It's just done now.
places where rebels and thieves like to hang
And
out,
sometimes,
but this time
like
it's the
this
Thieves
one, it
that
was
get the
30
leads.
minutes.
Nice one from
This game, it
River
was 30
again
minutes
on
that
this
it took.
Nefiri doing a
Other
lot of the
games,
work
it's
for
like
them.
45 minutes to an
honestly,
hour.
too, way more
Like,
successful Misfortune ults
Yeah.
than,
It's kinda
than
crazy.
we were expecting in that game. A lot of
I'm
damage
definitely
dealt with
not
it,
used to it.
covering a
That's for
lot
sure.
of,
I feel like
you know,
I didn't do a whole lot of
entrances
talking,
from
but I didn't really know what
And the Thieves will take
to
their
say.
bow, their final win of the positioning phase. Best of ones are over. Best of threes begin next week as we get our attention
Ooh,
out
best
to the
of
group
threes.
stage. But ending on a win is, again, it's going to feel much better for a team. I feel like Shopify Rebellion is still a
toss
team
an
that has
SR,
made
yeah.
it close with a couple of the top teams.
But, I
they
mean,
haven't been
Fly
able to
was the
break
only
through.
team we
It's
lost
only
to out
the
of them,
Skies,
right?
Kobe, that have taken a game of a top 4 team.
I was here.
So I feel like we can
Where were you, everybody at home?
beat
Make
the
sure
other two. We've proven to do
messages
that.
on the
Obviously,
social
a
platforms.
best of 3 is a
But,
little bit of a
the
longer
Rebels, again,
series.
still a slower start to their split too. They're going to be looking at
Oh, and
cleaning
Liquid?
up some of those mid-late game
Ooh.
plays as we get to the group stage. But we're joining Azale and River on stage for an interview.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, River. 3-0 weekend. You guys just won. How are you feeling about the split so far?
To be honest, our scrims not going well. So like I was worried about like this week, but like I think we played well this week, so I'm happy.
What is it about the 100 Thieves scrims versus stage? Because every time it feels like when we're interviewing pros, like, ah, yeah, 100 Thieves not that good. We always beat them in scrims. It's so easy. But then you guys are always doing well in stage. You know, in split 1, you made it all the way to finals. Here, you know, you're finishing in 3rd now, and you had a really good last week. So what is it about stage games that makes you guys do so well?
Usually
Yeah, that's
our
what you
team
were
is
saying,
like
Gold.
stage team, even last year too. But in scrims, I think I inted a lot, so that's why we lost scrims a lot. So maybe I need focus up in scrims.
So it's jungle diff in scrims, but it's jungle diff the other way on stage.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah.
So next week you're going to be playing against FlyQuest, and it will be the best of 3s then starting. How are you feeling about your match against them?
I think FlyQuest is really good team, like one of the best team now. But we beat them last split, so I think we can win. Yeah.
Cool. Well, congratulations. Thank you very much for the interview, and best of luck in the group stage next week.
Well, there we go. We got ourselves another dub on the day. Well, got ourselves a dub on the week, I should say. But today,
if you guys
we got a
don't
dub.
know, he's
Love
quiet,
that.
but he has a really funny, like,
Yeah, that was
trolly
a
kind of
really quick
personality.
one. These
So I'm
league
glad we
matches,
got
they
to
go
see
by
some
really
of on
quick
stage
when
in that
these
zone.
I got that from the Shaco
are
game,
the
I
one
think.
match. So
Or like
it'll be
the time
nice to get
he
the
and
best of
Quid
3s
walked
coming
up and
soon,
did a
because
meet and
then
greet
we'll be
with
able to
us.
watch for
Oh,
a
yeah.
longer
They had us sign
period
a
of
bunch
time.
stuff, and then they walked away and they were
but-
giggling the entire time.
Hey,
What are
we
they
got to
laughing
win,
at?
man.
Yeah,
So
still
I'm
don't know
happy
what
about
that.
that.
Was about.
I always thought it was cool how
Let's
Korean
take a
players
look
come to the
at
U.S. for
today's
league, and their English
of the
improves in a year.
players of the game.
Yeah, I mean
There are
they're living in
multiples.
it, you know, like
That's catching your eye.
I'm not gonna
they
do
say
the
like
thing
the
you
best way to
do.
learn a
I'm gonna
language is
show
to
a
just
lot of
immerse
words
yourself in
here.
it.
But shout out to Huhi. I'm gonna say like that.
But yeah, I
disguised
think that's
win
gonna
was so
do it for the
crucial
stream
them,
today,
and
chat. It was
thought
like I
his
said, it was a
Nico
quick one. We
engages
were
especially
only
made
live
such a
for
huge
34
difference in
minutes,
our team
but
fights.
It really did. I mean, they all
this-
came together for that
this match
one. For me,
went
I
by
mean,
quick.
I voted Abadoga because his Yone was actually
Best of 3s can
insane
go for a
that
few
game.
hours. Yeah,
But
I know.
Huhi's, Nico's
That's
engages were sick. I think
part
it
of the other
was
reason I
basically
never
everybody
really
on that
watched
team
League
really coming
before,
together
but
to take down Team
I mean,
Liquid.
if
So
we're having whole
positioning
days
phase
of,
is one
you know,
aspect of it.
our plan
Group
is to
stage
watch
is a
League,
completely new ball game, so it's going to be great to see Disguise guys,
you know,
I think
at least we're
throwing
watching
on
the
a
Thieves
new- like
play
throwing a new
League
face.
for
Yeah.
a couple hours. You
Blabbert
know what I
was
mean?
dominated. River had a
Instead
really
of
sick
watching
one, but we
like
all know
a bunch of
lot
other
about
teams
that.
play for
Whip was
a
always
couple
fun.
hours. But I'm
Whip
I'm
was
ready
always
for it.
fun
I mean,
because,
it'll be
like,
interesting.
You
It'll
don't
be
know what he's
interesting
gonna
to see
pick,
and kind
but
of
you
get
know he's
used to
gonna
that
dominate lane.
format as well.
So
But
that's always
I appreciate
that's always
everybody
a
who
treat.
tuned into
I
the
would also
stream
wanna
today.
shout out Blabber. I thought
For
he
any
had,
of my people
like,
who
just
are
an
on
absolutely
Twitch, we are at
insane
98
early game
followers.
against
If you
Lion.
don't
Like,
follow the stream
really
already
kept them on
and
the back
you're
foot,
interested in
and
100
they
Thieves
took over. Let's take a
Esports,
look
we're
at
watch
who is
partying
winning in the pod. Yesterday
just
was
about every
Inspired.
time there's a 100
Inspired.
Thieves Esport
Oh,
going on.
catching up to him.
So
competition within
we
the team.
And
we'll
then
be live
River's there,
again
too.
this
He's
coming
won- I mean,
weekend.
yes,
I
you're right,
believe
actually,
there's
it's
a Valorant
three-way
match this
tie for
weekend.
first place.
There's probably another league
So
match.
basically, he can see,
And then
like,
for
turmoil
YouTube
within
only,
FlyQuest,
we will be live
Inspired,
on,
and Whipple beating each
or
other
we
up,
will be live
while
watching
he's just
COD
like, "All right,
for
guys, I'm just
the
gonna take the next
major
pog. I'm just vibing
3
here."
event.
Yeah.
So
I
be on the
mean,
lookout
you
for
know,
that.
maybe they'll battle it out.
Um,
Who knows?
But yeah,
True.
that's gonna
I
do it
just
for the
love how
stream
River
today.
is just
I
like
appreciate
creeping up in
everybody
there.
tuning in.
Like,
Hope to see you guys this
and then
weekend.
River.
Peace.
That was Sniper, and then Spooks jumped in. That was a fun one.
Yeah, I have another joke I can make about that look, but